Poker Tour. The biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. The WPT is a series of international high-stakes poker tournaments that can turn amateur players into millionaires and make professionals into superstars. With millions of dollars on the line, it's time for these 4 players to live the dream of fame, fortune, and the one thing money can't buy, a WPT title. Tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the spectacular Bellagio on the Las Vegas Strip, where continuing coverage of the multi-million-dollar Festa Lago final table is about to get underway. I'm Mike Sexton, along with Vince Van Patten, and this is the WPT.
And Mike, the Bellagio is really known for its big-time gambling action, the best in Vegas, in the most elegant setting. But the beauty of the Bellagio turned a little ugly last time for some of these players.
You're not kidding, Vince. And we saw how cruel poker can be, as East Coast rounder Tommy Vedes caught a 4-outer, sending Ohio businessman Shawn Cunix back to the Buckeye State. While chip leader Jason Lavallee made it look easy by getting pocket aces twice. And young Jason Burt, well, he barely played before he was sent packing.
Well, that's right. With 4 players left, it's WPT champ Freedy Deeb, who's hoping to make some poker history. A win tonight would be a record-tying 3rd title for one of poker's greatest players.
There's a lake full of cash and that coveted Tiffany's WPT Champions bracelet all on the line tonight. Who's going to take it down?
I have no idea, Mike, but there's only one way to find out. Let's go watch him gamble.
So here we go. The final table of the Festa Lago at Bellagio about to continue. We started this event with 275 players. We are down to our final 4. The winner tonight will take home $1.2 million.
That's right, and as you can see from the chart, Jason Lavallee, the 23-year-old out of Montreal, Canada, is the chip leader with $5.6 million. Freedy Deeb with about $4.7 million. And Freddie trying to make a little poker history, becoming the 2nd player to win 3 WPT titles. Will it happen? Let's go to the felt. Action on the man from Queens, Tommy Vedes. He quickly folds his hand.
Well, all 4 of these players have over $3 million in chips, so it's anybody's game. Here, Jason Lavallee limps in on the button with ace-8 offsuit.
And Craig Crivello, George Clooney look-alike, has a pair of 3s here.
Well, he's going to call as well.
Yes, he is. And Freedy Deeb with a queen-jack in the big blind.
Freddie's thinking about raising it. Both these guys limping in here like this.
Check.
And he says, I'm content to see a flop.
So here we go. 3-way action. Here comes that flop. Let's come queen 5-4. Freedy Deeb is flop top pair, but action is on Craig Crivello. He has the 2 3s. And look at this, Vince. What we perceive to be the tightest player at the table is betting the 3s here.
Well, he was when it was 6-handed for sure, but he's going to open up his game a little bit. He's trying to bet $250,000.
Well, Freddie says, let's see what you really got, as he makes it $600,000.
Yep, and our chip leader going out. Back on Craig Crivello, who used to work in buildings as an iron worker in Milwaukee.
I hope you don't need a 3.
Now a poker player. He's going to lay it down.
Well, he shows him a 2 3s.
You think I need a 3 then?
I said, I hope you don't. Gives the respect to Freedy Deeb, and just like that, Freedy Deeb is going to take the first pot.
Well, Freedy Deeb, a 2-time WPT champion, going for his 3rd title tonight.
Winner's going to take home over $1.2 million. Jason Lavallee from Montreal, an online pro. Only 23 years old, quickly folds his hand.
He said he started playing poker when he was 18 years old online. Also said he won over $1 million last year playing poker.
Craig also out. Now Freedy Deeb with just a 6-deuce is going to call it. Tommy Vedes from Queens, content to see the flop with Jack 4, and he gets a piece of that pair of 4s. And Freddie getting nothing. But Freedy Deeb coming out to bet $125,000 with his nothing.
Well, he's getting called by Tommy with bottom pair.
Here's the grinder, Mizraki, friend of Tommy Vedes in the audience, rooting his friend on.
Oh, a dream card for Tommy there, as now he has 3 4s.
Check.
But Freddie with absolute zip and pick checks this one.
Tommy checking 3 4s right behind him, trying to trap him. The 10 comes off on the river.
Nothing card again for Freedy Deeb. Freddie not going to bite, and Vedes has to bet his 3 of a kind. 220. Does he want to
What do you do? Check a 4?
try a little larceny? And look at, he's right on.
Jack.
Good hand.
Well, Freddie said, what'd you do? Check a 4, the 3 4s? How's that for putting your opponent on the hand, folks? That's why Freddie Deeb, the 2-time WPT champion, he took one stab at bluffing the pot and then just waved the flag and gave it up.
It can be nothing. I got 2 6s.
And that's a wise thing to do sometimes when you play poker. Cut your losses and run.
You're good, Freddie. You're good.
I hope to be lucky and good. That's the best way to do it, buddy.
This is true.
Luck is more important sometimes.
There's more exciting action from Bellagio's Festa al Lago right after this, so stay tuned.
Today is a new day, and I guarantee you today they ain't gonna play the same way they played yesterday. We're on TV, it's a final table, so I don't know how they're gonna play today. I'm gonna have to see, and then make my plan.
Freddie Deeb.
Hey boys, what's the advice now?
Freddie's good. He's unconventional, but still really good.
350.
How much?
350.
He sort of spazzes out in some spots, but at the same time, he's really good at reading people, and he's really good post-flop, so he's pretty tough.
We are back here at Bellagio on the World Poker Tour, and Youth saying it like it is, at least in his eyes. He's saying that Freddie Deeb, 2-time WPT champion, is a pretty good player. Mike, it's tough to get a compliment these days, huh?
Well, you know, the young guys have confidence in their game. They don't think a lot of the old school players on many occasions, and I think it's a mistake on their part.
Well, he's the chip leader right now, Jason Lavallee. But let's go to the felt. It's actions on Craig Crivello. He's got ace-4.
He's going to raise it up here. First position makes it 300,000 to go.
Freddie out, but Tommy Vedes from Queens, New York. He's got ace-jack.
Well, many times you'd come over a guy with this hand in a 4-handed poker game, but they respect Craig as a rather solid player, so Tommy just opted to call here.
Yep, Jason out, two-way action.
Now flop comes king, 9-8, no help for either player. Action's going to be on Tommy. He checks. And Craig is reaching for chips to make the continuation bet, it looks like. Indeed he is.
Yep, it looks like a $525,000 bet from the former iron worker out of Milwaukee.
Well, that's how you win hands in poker, folks. You take control of the hand. You raise before the flop. You bet on the flop. Doesn't matter what happens. 70% of the time, you know your opponent's not going to connect with the flop. That was the case there. He got the better hand out by betting.
The winner's going to take home over 1.2 here tonight, become a WPT Poker-Made millionaire. So who's it going to be? Action on Jason. Quickly folds his hand. And back on Craig, who has a 9-7 of hearts.
Well, he just earned that last pot with the worst hand. So why not raise it again here? And that's what he's doing. 275,000 this time. I'll tell you, Craig is taking some play pills somewhere on the break, Vince.
Yeah, he's opened up his game, but might be the wrong time because on his left, Freddie Deeb with a big ace-queen.
I'm sure Freddie's also noticed this guy's playing a lot more pots now. He knows you can't have a hand every time. He's got an ace-queen and a pretty good duke, so he's going to raise it.
Oh, yeah.
7 more.
It looks like he's moving up 700,000 more. He's saying, take that, George Clooney, as Tommy Vedes from Queens goes out.
Well, Craig can't stand that kind of heat, so he lays his hand down there. And Freddie Deeb picks up yet another pot.
Very nonchalant. Freddie Deeb, 5 times at a WPT final table, 2 titles, and he is one step closer to becoming a 3-time WPT champion.
Well, there's the guy he's trying to catch tonight. Gus Hansen, the all-time winner on the World Poker Tour with 3 titles. Freddie Deeb could tie that record tonight if he could win this thing.
All right, we will see. Back to the action we go. Freddie Deeb first to act. Let's take a look at his cards.
Oh, big hand for Freddie. 2 kings he picks up. Makes it 400,000 to go.
Yes, he does. And right behind him, the man from Queens, Tommy, has a pair of ladies.
Well, these are giant hands in a 4-handed poker game, and this could spell doom for Tommy Vedes right here.
Absolutely tremendous.
850 more.
And he's going to bump it.
850.
Yeah, he's going to raise 850,000.
Jason out.
Oops, sorry.
Craig out as well.
Well, Freddie is not going out with 2 kings, I promise you that.
Oh, no.
Just a matter if he sets the guy all in here or not.
How much you got left?
Saying how much you
Started
got.
with 3.2.
What you got left?
Oh, this could be a bloodbath.
1.8.
He's counting it down, but I don't see what Freddie's thinking about here. I just set him all in. Well, Freddie cracking his knuckles.
I'm on it.
There you go.
Well, he does go all in.
Call.
And he's been called by Tommy. So Freddie Deeb in great shape here.
What a cold deck.
Well, that's what Tommy Vedes is saying.
Nice hand, Freddie.
Thank you. I hope so. I hope it stays nice.
Well, Vince, with 6 players left in this tournament, Tommy Vedes was an 80% underdog to stay alive, yet he sucked out there to stay alive. Could he possibly do it one more time?
Tommy Vedes used to sell cars, was in construction, now living in Vegas, just in an awkward place right now. Can't blame him for calling. You got to take your shots in a 4-handed poker game to have queens up against kings. It's a rotten time for you.
Just king it and finish it off.
Well, once again, Tommy finds himself as an 80% underdog to stay alive in this tournament. He survived it before. As the flop comes Jack 9-5, he's going to have to hit 2 running cards to make a straight or catch a queen.
At least no suits.
Not exactly the flop he wanted. Tommy on the side, gasping for air. Here comes the turn card.
Well, 6 of hearts comes off. So Freddie Deeb about to take great command of this tournament, but no! A queen comes off on the river. Lightning strikes again for Tommy Vedes. Unbelievable draw out here. He was a 95% underdog to win this pot with 1 card to go, yet he spiked a queen to stay alive. Destiny is staring this guy straight in the face, in my opinion. Twice he got all his money in as an 80% underdog. Twice he survived.
Sorry, Freddie.
Unbelievable. Freddie Deeb, deeply distraught. He cannot believe it.
Born and raised in Queens. That's where I got him.
We have a new king of queens, and that is Tommy Vedes.
I wasn't even in that hand, and I feel violated.
Pain and loathing in Las Vegas continues. We're coming back with more action from Bellagio in just a moment here on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. 4 players remain at the Festa Lago at the Bellagio. Well, there you see Freddie Deeb still suffering over the beat he took. This was it right here when Tommy Vedes had a queen on the river against Freddie's 2 kings.
Just king it and finish it off.
The only out he had to win that pot, and there it came. Freddie was going to take command of this tournament with 3 players left. Instead, he's now in 4th chip position.
I'll tell you, Mike, poker is pain, and pain is poker. And right now you see Tommy Vedes is our new chip leader with over $6 million. Let's go down to the felt. Action going to the great Freddie Deeb.
Well, he goes out.
Yep, he does. And now our chip leader, Tommy Vedes, with ace-10 of clubs. Strong hand with the button. He's getting chips out to raise. 360,000 to go.
Jason in the small blind looks at a 6-9 and folds.
Only one to beat. Craig Crivello from Vegas with Jack 10.
360.
Looks like he's going to play. So Jack 10 up against Ace 10. Here we go.
Well, flop comes King Jack 9 with 2 clubs. So Craig has 2 jacks and a straight draw. He's got the best hand right now, and he's going to lead out and bet 285,000. Tommy's got the nut flush draw and a straight draw.
Pretty strong hand. How's he going to play it? Just calling.
Well, that surprised me. I would have come over the top there, but let's see what happens. Well, now the board pairs kings. Now this, I believe, is a good card for Craig. He would have thought Tommy would have raised him had he had a king in his hand, so he's got to feel like his jacks are the best hand right now, even though the board paired kings.
And he's going to bet it. 475.
This is the problem. When you just call with a nut flush draw on the flop, and now the guy bets on the turn, do you want to call with just 1 card to go to catch? Well, Tommy's gambled several times in this same spot, and he's doing it again here. He's drawn.